Captain Maverick headed for the fighter jet testing facility. The chief engineer named Hondo said that their superior, Admiral Chester Kane alias Hammer, would close the Dark Star aircraft testing program because the desired speed testing standard of Mach 10 was not achieved. Maverick invited his colleagues to immediately test the fighter jet before Admiral Hammer arrived. He finally succeeded in propelling the fighter jet to Mach 10. Admiral Hammer actually wanted to punish Maverick for breaking the rules. However, Hammer's boss and Maverick's best friend, Admiral Iceman, asks Hammer to move Maverick to the Top Gun Naval Air Base on the North Island. The Air Base commander named Admiral Cyclone and his partner named Admiral Warlock welcomed Maverick's arrival. Admiral Warlock immediately explained his mission, which was to destroy an illegal uranium enrichment plant that had been built in violation of a NATO treaty. The uranium produced there was a direct threat to their allies there. The Pentagon has ordered them to form an attacking team to destroy the factory. The problem is the factory is located in an underground bunker in the Valley of the Iceberg. GPS doesn't work in the valley. The place is heavily guarded by a heat-detecting missile system, a number of fifth-generation fighter jets, helicopters, reconnaissance planes, and even some aging F-14 fighter jets. Admiral Warlock explains that they are recruiting Maverick back into Top Gun not to fly fighter jets anymore, but train 12 Top Gun pilots from their respective squadrons and choose the 6 best pilots from the 12 pilots to be sent to destroy the factory. Maverick goes to the bar. Moments later, the pilots of the Navy fighter jets gathered at the venue. Admiral Warlock introduces their instructor, Maverick. The training begins. The rules are to use only firearms, target locks, and no missiles. The lowest altitude limit of the aircraft is 5,000 feet. Each of the 2 planes will fight Maverick. If Maverick manages to bring down just one plane, then he wins. This exercise requires teamwork. Payback suggested that whoever lost had to do 200 push-ups. Maverick agreed. First practice, Maverick against Rooster with Payback and co-pilot Fanboy. Maverick manages to lock Rooster's plane as he tries to get out of the lowest altitude limit, and Rooster push-ups. Next, between Hangman and Phoenix with co-pilot Bob. Hangman stupidly leaves Phoenix and Bob. As a result, Maverick easily locks Phoenix's plane. Hangman chases Maverick's plane, but Maverick takes the plane high into the sun so Hangman can't see it. Suddenly Maverick is behind him and Hangman loses. They push-ups. One by one his pilots were defeated. A fierce battle between Maverick and Rooster. Rooster insisted that he could be like Maverick. Maverick and Rooster's plane spiraled into a sharp swoop down until they passed the lowest altitude limit. In the final seconds, Maverick pulled the wheel, which Rooster followed behind. Rooster continues to chase Maverick, but Maverick easily reverses the situation and he immediately locks Rooster's plane. Top Gun's headquarters, Maverick explains the first step to carrying out the mission, which is to fly low with a narrow gap. The mountain is full of radar-linked heat-seeking rockets. The advantage is that the rockets only protect the sky above, so they have to fly under radar range. Therefore this time they will fly as high as 100 feet at a speed of 660 knots. If anyone passes more than that altitude, then the missile will chase it. The mission must be completed within 2.5 minutes, if more than the 5th generation fighter jets will come to attack. Maverick gave pilots an early training waiver to fly 300 feet in 3 minutes. The Phoenix plane was hit by a missile as it crossed the altitude limit for avoiding the slowing Coyote plane. Maverick then advised them for lack of communication. Then Hangman arrogantly drove the plane without paying attention to his partner Payback. As a result, Payback's plane crashed into the hill in front of him because it couldn't keep up with Hangman's plane speed. Then Rooster went on a mission with Yale. Rooster maintains speed, and they get to the target but in more than 3 minutes, and are declared dead for giving enemy aircraft time to attack them. The mission will be carried out next week. The success of this mission is largely determined by the pilot of the plane. Practice to destroy the factory was also carried out. Maverick served as a bandit. The Phoenix plane and its co-pilot were tasked with marking the target with a laser, while the Coyote plane dropped the bomb, but they still failed. When the plane swooped sharply upwards, Coyote was unconscious. Admiral Cyclone fires Maverick. He will take over as instructor of the Top Gun pilots. When Admiral Cyclone is teaching Top Gun pilots, they are surprised by Maverick's action, which will prove that this mission can indeed be carried out. Maverick targets a time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds to complete the simulation. Admiral Cyclone and Top Gun pilots are amazed by Maverick's success. Admiral Cyclone appoints Maverick as team leader. Maverick chose to partner with Phoenix and his co-pilot Bob, while the other team is Rooster with his partner Payback and co-pilot Fanboy. Other pilots are on standby on the aircraft carrier in case something untoward happens. Mission begins. Maverick plane and Phoenix plane swoop down the mountains, entering the factory area. The target is seen and Maverick fires a laser-guided bomb on target. Maverick plane and Phoenix plane swooped upwards to exit the area. Team 2, Fanboy can use the laser marker because it's broken. Due to limited time, Rooster fires his missiles and the factory is successfully detonated. Their plane was detected by radar and attacked them. Maverick saves Rooster who runs out of flares, so Maverick's plane is hit by a missile and crashes into enemy territory. Turns out that Maverick is still alive. The enemy helicopter comes to shoot him. Suddenly Rooster comes to save Maverick. But unfortunately Rooster's plane was hit by a missile. They steal an old F-14 plane so they can get back home. After successfully airing, Rooster gave a signal to base. Headquarters is surprised and happy that Maverick and Rooster are still alive. Rooster saw 2 enemy 5th-generation fighter jets below them. Rooster advises Maverick to attack both planes, even though their planes are old and outdated. Rooster said, "It's not the plane, it's a pilot." Maverick shoots the first plane. Then firefight ensued between Maverick and the second plane. Maverick swooped down to confuse enemy plane, then maneuvers and fires repeatedly, finally succeeding. Suddenly there was an enemy plane already in front of him. Maverick has run out of ammo and flares. The ejector doesn't work either. When they had given up on the situation, suddenly Hangman came to save them. The crew prepares for the landing of the Maverick plane which has no front wheels. Maverick's plane landed safely on the aircraft carrier. The entire crew cheered with joy at the success of Maverick and Rooster. The end. This film teaches us the importance of teamwork and respect for others. We recommend you watch this film in full.